Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. Just here to talk about a little bit of things that have been happening on the streets of Huntsville. But before we go ahead, if you're not subscribed to our channel, remember to click on the subscription button to subscribe down below. And if you're subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. Don't forget to like and comment on our videos. And don't also forget to turn on the post notification so you get notified when we upload a video. So let's just dive into it. And I'm sorry for actually coming late. I literally thought I was going to get here on time, but I literally had a lot of things to do that I'm coming up here late. So, firstly, we're going to be talking about Miss Bettie Steele. Miss Bettie Steele actually, if you all remember everything that happened to Stormy, like 2 days ago, where she was shouting at Black Titanic when she came to her store, and her and her husband were cursing and hurling insults on Black Titanic. If you all remember that, now her mom, Bettie Steele, decided that she wanted to make a response to what's actually happened. So this is the first thing we're going to talk about. We know Bettie Steele, she gives this persona of I'm unapologetic. I literally would not apologize for anything. So when I heard that she actually said something, I literally thought that she was going to say something reasonable. But of course, she went and did her usual self and said something very stupid. Now, this is what she said. She said, exactly, just taking remnants of the truth and manufacturing lies to support her twisted views. Stormy did own a saloon on Trina, not a warehouse. I posted a picture of it myself last week to prove she had been in Huntsville for over 7 years. The second location is the warehouse she just moved out of, and the one she is now in, where she is operating out of now. She never proclaimed to own this warehouse. She rents them, and the entire is not the end. The rent, I think that's what she means. The rent is not cheap. That's what she said. We can't help that her hero is operating out of her home. Now, I understand you want to come out here and defend your child and, come and say, okay, you feel like things went the wrong way. You feel like Black Titanic shouldn't have gone to your daughter's studio and all whatnot. All these things you said, understandable. Explaining, telling us how it is, understandable. But where I don't understand is the fact that you went as far as saying that we can't help that her hero is operating out of her home. Who is that job for? Who were you trying to put that to? Because who is this hero that is operating from her home? If there's, you don't need to add two and two together to know that the hero she's talking about, especially, is Melody. Because we all know that it's Melody that has the same kind of business as Stormy, and Melody literally packages her stuff from home. She literally comes on live and and shows us how she's packaging others of people from her house. So the fact that she's using that against, like, you're trying to make a point about your daughter and you saw it fit that you should take a jab at somebody while doing that. At this stage, every defense you had for your daughter is gone. Every defense you thought you had for your daughter is gone, because right now you are pushing a narrative now, trying to be like, oh, you guys are coming for my daughter. She's doing great. She's renting a warehouse. Her warehouse is not cheap. Who asked you if the warehouse was cheap or not? Nobody's interested to know if the warehouse was cheap or not. Nobody is actually interested to know if the warehouse is cheap or not. Nobody. But you have to point that out to us that, oh, the warehouse is cheap. It's not cheap. And after all, her hero, thank God she acknowledged that Melody is her hero. Because I'm sure it took everything for her to acknowledge that Melody was her hero. Because how coming out and saying Melody was her hero and she's still operating out of her home? Wow. That was low. That was not necessary. I just feel on my own that Betty Steele on her own has decided that I am going to ruin my daughter with my own hands. I said it in my previous video about Black Titanic. I said, Stormy has built this company to an extent before she came on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She has made a name for herself, a perfect name for herself before coming to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Canvas Girl has gone a little, as in a lot of people know Canvas Girl beauty brand. But for now, for her to come to Love and Marriage Huntsville and ruin that reputation that she has would be a shame. Because Love and Marriage Huntsville did not help her to grow that reputation that she has. And now she's going to lose that reputation simply because she runs her mouth so much, and she has a mother that doesn't know when to shut up, when to sit down, and when to talk, and what to talk. Those things that are not making sense to talk about, and those things that do. Because I do not actually understand why she would come and be saying those things. Coming out to defend your daughter, understandable. No mother would be happy to see her daughter going through anything she's going through without wanting to defend. Defending your daughter is understandable. But the fact as you coming and saying those kind of things, like saying her hero still operates from her home, that is what is like, you don't know what you're doing. You're literally still delusional. Because if you had to bring Melody down to prove your point that you wanted to prove, that means you've not still learned. Because your daughter will still get dragged. You will still get dragged after Saturday's episode ends. And you're literally not helping the situation by making people not shine eyes on you guys. But no, you said, okay, fine. All eyes should be on me. I want all eyes should be on me. People to put their eyes on us and talk about us. This is Wednesday and people are talking about you guys. We have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'm pretty sure that people will still have this on the back of their mind when Saturday episode airs and people see how rude you are and still talk about how rude and how you and your daughter are portrayed on the show. Not even portrayed on the show, how you are, because you literally show your true colors on that show. Now, she also said something. Black Titan has the nerve to be outside Stormy's warehouse recording. These people are crazy. I wish I was in Huntsville. You know, when I saw her put this thing up, when she said, I wish some people are recording, they have the nerve, and some people are crazy. I wish I was in Huntsville. And like trying to call Black Titanic a stalker, and having the nerve to say a lot of things about her daughter. And I'll be like, but she literally did the same thing. They say practice what you preach. Don't come here and try to preach one thing and be for another thing. Because if we know from the storyline is that she herself has literally stalked Melody, being on every Melody hate train comment section. Anywhere she sees that Melody is hated, she's on their comment section commenting. She has literally been online bashing and talking trash about Melody. hating on Melody, even the things that are true and not true, saying those things about Melody, unverified truths, bringing it out about Melody, and you are opening your mouth and saying that some people have nerves. They lent the nerves from you. They borrowed that nerves from you because you are also, you feel like Black Satanic encroached on your daughter's privacy and said some things that we're not supposed to say. You yourself have said those things about somebody else's child. Now you know you have a child. Melody is also a child of somebody. Melody is also the daughter of someone. But people just don't get it. They don't know how it hurts until it comes to bite you yourself. That is when they know, okay, yeah, this thing hurts. Now that it has personally come to hurt her, she then realizes that yes, this is like a really pain on my ass. She now feels like people are stalking, people are saying informations that are not true. Meanwhile, how she herself based, she classified Melody on a fact that was not true. She did that. Moving forward, there's something else I want to talk about, and that would be um Latisha. Latisha literally came posted this on her page about Latisha's quotes realty. Now, a lot of things came to my mind when I saw this. You're talking about looking to buy a house or sell a property in Huntsville, come be with Natural Schools, Realty, all those kind of things. And I'm like, okay, I understand you want to give an advert or anything. But please, why the fuck are you talking about lit realty, about buying of house and selling of houses and buying of properties and selling of properties, and you're literally on a football field and you're like Huntsville City Football Club? I literally don't understand this advert. I don't know who is the on the team of Letitia Scott. I don't know those that are on her team, but I feel like they are not doing well in their projects because sometimes everything they've done did not just go right. It didn't just go right because you can remember when they did the fundraiser stuff, it went all manner of wrong. Her dressing, everything was all wrong. And now the same thing, she was literally preaching about um her realty stuff, her realty business, and she literally was on the football field. I will tell you, I literally did not understand what was going on. I had to ask myself, what was I watching? Was she advertising her business or was she telling us of a football club? That was what I thought about. That was exactly what I thought about because this was all manner of wrong, all shades of wrong. I did not understand what was going on. I didn't understand what she was saying. If not because I know the kind of business she was um advertising from the beginning, I'll be like, okay, she's advertising the Scott Realty. I know that was what she was advertising, but literally the way they tried to advertise it did not make sense in any way at all. It did not make sense in any way at all. Well, I don't know. I think Latisha needs to go back to the drawing table, meet a business class executive, somebody that will teach her this is how you do things. This is how you go about things because literally I feel like they are going about things the wrongest of ways. In my own opinion, they are going about things the wrongest of ways. Well, I just hope that she's going to learn from all this, and do better But all in all, I will say something before I leave. Um, Stormy and Betty, that's Beth and Stormy's mom. I feel like they need to take a chill pill. I think they need to go back to the drawing table, because you cannot come on a show and get this hated. There is repercussions. There are serious repercussions. I think they should go back on the drawing table and tell her themselves, this is what and this is what I shouldn't do. Because we know it's going to affect them in certain ways. And Stormy has to tell her mom to stop talking about Melody directly or indirectly. It doesn't make sense for her to always directly or indirectly talking about Melody. You're busy talking about somebody encroaching on your daughter's privacy, talking about your daughter in a unkind way. Meanwhile, you are still talking about somebody else's, even trying to prove your point and still talking about the person. That goes to shows that you literally, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. So I think Stormy and her mom need to go back to the drawing table, or Stormy has to draw a line between herself and her mom and say, I don't need this from you, mom, because literally I feel bad for Canvas Girl brand, because I don't want to see her ruin her business. I don't want to see Canvas Beauty go down the drain because of one woman or her mother not knowing how to cut her tongue and learn not to say some things that are not meant to be said, and learn not to throw jabs on people that are not meant to be thrown at, especially when you're throwing jab at somebody that is well liked than your daughter. Because if you compare the way people like Melody and the way people like Stormy, the percentage is very different, very, very different. So if Betty Steele keeps on coming from Melody every single time, directly or indirectly, I am pretty sure Melody doesn't have to raise an arm. I am pretty sure that by herself, the fans will fight for her millimeters will come for her, and the fact that it might affect Canvas Beauty brand. And I literally don't want that, because I like Canvas Beauty brand. And I don't want it to go down the drain because she decided to act all funny, act all stupid, act all greedy. It doesn't make sense for her mother to try to make a statement about what happened to her and still adding Melody in the mix. Didn't make sense, because Melody was not there. Melody didn't know what happened to Stormy. So why did you have to add Melody into that? Make your statement and make your statement alone. Don't drag Melody into yours. Keep Melody's name out of your mouth. Betty needs to keep Melody's name out of her mouth. Period. That is the first step for them. If Betty can keep Melody's name out of her mouth, oh, that would be nice. Then they can know where they can move forward from there on. Truthfully, I'm saying this. If she can do that, keep Betty's name, keep Melody's name out of her mouth, I think they will be able to salvage some things from this. But if she continues on this route she's going, always mentioning Melody's name, always trying to give a jab at Melody indirectly or directly, it's not going to go well for her. And I feel bad for her daughter that has worked hard and made a name for herself, to watch that name she made for herself go down the drain because somebody couldn't just shut up. It's simple. Just shut up. If you know you don't have any input, keep quiet. Shut up. If you know you don't have any positive things to say, shut up. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Well, let's see how that will play out. But that's where we're going to end for today. Don't forget, like, before we go, don't forget to subscribe to our channels, so that you can get all the notification and get up the updates of what is happening on Love and Marriage Huntsville and also other shows that we cover. And also don't forget to like and comment on our videos. Also don't forget to turn off the post notification so that you get notified when we upload the video. And I'll see you guys next time.